What is going on, Savages? Thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone's doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. And tonight I wanted to cover one of the most requested projects recently anyway, and that is Ryo. I know I've been promising a lot of people over the last few weeks that I would do it. I don't know a lot about this project, I'll be honest with you, but just little bits and pieces here or there. But let's get into it and see what's going on with it. So before we get started, let me show you what I'm actually mining right now. I am mining Bitcash still on the NVIDIA rig, and I am mining CCX on the AMD rig, although both these rigs are off right now because I'm trying to get the sound right in here because it's been super loud on the stream, so I've tried to quiet everything down to make it a little bit better, sound wise, but I'm gonna have to turn the rig on whenever we start mining, so it'll get loud then. But so I'm mining Bitcash and CCX. CCX on the AMD rig, Bitcash on the NVIDIA rig, and then on the co-owned, the share rigs, I'm mining still CCX over there. So, and I have been since March. We mined it off and on over the months, but since March we've been 100% non-stop CCX over there, conceal.network. So that is what we are up to. So let's take a look at let me get some of these cams off here. Let's take a look at what Ryo actually is, what the project is about, a little bit anyway. So let's go to their website real quick, and I'll do a scroll through there. It is Ryo Currency, ryo-currency.com. And I would describe it as a Monero code fork that focuses on extreme levels of development led by FireIce UK and PsychoCrypt, two lead developers there, to achieve the highest levels of anonymity using a goal of they want to get to 100 ring signatures, and 25 is actually the minimum right now, and that's just a level of privacy on the network. They also are kind of famous for developing the XMR stack mining software that works so well with Cryptonite algorithms, and they also developed the Cryptonite heavy algorithm itself. These devs are like beasts for sure, and Ryo also inherits all of the Monero white papers, so all the security, all the privacy features and things like that. So just keep that in mind. Ryo is a continuation of the original Sumo coin chain after Sumo hard forked back to ASICs back in June of 2018. So this is, you can kind of look at Ryo as the original Sumo coin, right? And they do a lot of development. I've been, whenever people recommend it, I'll get on here and I will look, and there's some intense stuff on here. It is a lot of information. And I mean, tonight we're not going to really go over all the details. What I wanted to kind of do tonight is just get up and mining it, and maybe do obviously the wallet stuff, but they have a lot of stuff going on. It's a busy project from what I can tell. So let me let this scroll through a little bit so you can see a little bit of the details here. Super busy from what I can tell. I haven't gone over and looked at Crypto Miso to see what their commits and things like that are to the GitHub, but I'm sure that it is super busy, just based on what I'm seeing here. So I know that they just recently released the Cryptonite-GPU algorithm, and they did some wallet stuff as well. They've got a solo miner, I think, built into the wallet, which we might look at that maybe tomorrow night. For right now, let's just get right into the actual mining part of it. Let me check the chat, see if anybody's watching. What's up, Shuby? What's up, Red Panda? What's up, Coiny? Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate it. All right, so let's look at Ryo. And what I wanted to do was kind of go through Ryo on HiveOS. And look, I'm full transparency here. I haven't downloaded a wallet. I haven't done anything with Ryo. I had some stuff from way back when, maybe back in like September or August or something like that of 2018. I haven't done anything with Ryo since then. I think there was one video, I can't remember when I did it, but there was one Ryo video at the end of last year, I believe. I haven't looked at this project at all since then. It's not because it's not a good project. I just haven't, you know, it's like one of those things where I have a list that, you know, of the top 10 GPU mineable projects that I've been kind of focused on. It's so hard to focus on more than, I mean, it's really hard to focus on 10. So, but whenever I started putting out information about the list, everybody was like, hey, you're missing Ryo, you know, and stuff like that. So I just kind of went with it and decided, okay, finally I will look at this once again. And I don't want to get into the controversy. I don't want to get into some things that went on between the devs and the whole Sumo coin split and all that stuff. I think that is long past. I wish that I wish all parties the best. You know, I don't really like that whole infighting and fighting and controversy and stuff like that. Just know that it looks like, from what I can tell, it looks like, you know, Ryo is basically water under the bridge kind of stuff. They're moving forward, you know, and that's what I like to see. So I will say that I support Ryo, I guess, in this whole thing. I don't even know what Sumo Coin's doing nowadays, but I know that they're on ASICs only, so maybe that's why I don't care so much. So, all right, yeah, I'm just kind of rambling here. Let's go ahead and look at what we'll start off with. You know, let me get my notes back up here. So let's look at their CoinMarketCap real quick to see what they're doing market-wise. So we'll go to Ryo here. And I know CoinMarketCap isn't like a great reference or anything, but it does give you some information, right? Well, if that volume is accurate, then that's depressing because it's only $610. Okay, but whatever. It's only a 400,000 market cap USD, you know, market cap coin. Not very much. That is super low market cap, super low. So not a lot of volume. Okay, it is on Trade Ogre. And if we were to go to Trade Ogre, we would probably see very little volume over there. It's probably all of it is on Trade Ogre, to be honest. Let's see what markets they're on here. Yeah, Trade Ogre and Crex 24. So 98% of the volume is on Trade Ogre. So you're looking at $610 over on Trade Ogre, basically. So not a lot of volume, but you know, things can turn around super fast. I mean, we saw that with CCX. CCX just went from, you know, 500,000, actually less than that. I think they got down to in the 300,000 market cap, and then they shot up to 3 million. So, you know, things can happen pretty quick. All right, let's see. So that is their CoinMarketCap. We're going to get into the actual documentation too. I'm going to use the old spreadsheet that we used to use in the Random Coin Mining Show so that we can document everything. I'll just go ahead and start since we're kind of going through it anyway. So we'll go Ryo is the currency, Ryo is the ticker as well. The algorithm is Cryptonite. It's a new algorithm that they developed. I believe they developed it, GPU. And then we'll kind of stop right there for right now. Let's see, I think I need to get their website. Yep. So let's go, it was ryo-currency.com, I think. Yep. All right, so there's that. And then we'll get into all the other stuff as well. All right. Let's see, where were we? We were going to, we're over here, okay. And then we wanted to check out what to mine as well. So if we go to coins up here, we type in Ryo. Get a little bit more information about Ryo here. So you see that the algo is Cryptonight-GPU. The block time is 4 minutes 6 seconds now. It basically should be about 4 minutes, I think is the time that's the actual block time, but it's variable. And then the block reward is 56.28. And we'll get into that a little bit in a little bit more. We'll get into that a little bit more in a few minutes. Let me change that format there. These are two new fields that I added in here, so it's just kind of messing me up. It thought it was a date. All right, so we will do that. Let's see here. Got the difficulty, exchange rates, all kinds of stuff on here. Market cap, we'll get that documented as well. All these grayed out values here aren't necessary to actually mine it. Like, it's not information that you actually have to have in order to mine it, but it's just good to reference, right? If you're going to be mining a project, you should know a little bit about it, a little bit more than usual. All right, so I think that is it for that. All right. Now, as far as all the specs go, if we go to their website, I think we can get all the mining info from here. Let's scroll down here to the bottom. I think there's mining profit. It was actually up here somewhere, I believe. Yeah, here's some technical specs here. So they were originally Cryptonite heavy, and they transitioned to Cryptonite-GPU, which is a FPGA ASIC botnet resistant algorithm. But one thing that I saw that was surprising, which was huge, like this is really important information for miners. Apparently, Cryptonite-GPU uses 75% more hash power more power than Cryptonite heavy. That's a huge amount of increase. So I'm anxious to see what this is going to do on my rig here, because oh my gosh, that is a lot of power. That is 75% more power than CN heavy. That is a lot. I mean, from a miner's perspective, that's a whole lot. So it looks like they're basically emission-wise is going to be 88 million, or total supply is 88 million in 20 years. The devs get 8 million of that. I think that's spread out over some number of years. And, you know, it was one of the things I don't like about projects that have dev funds, but I mean, like I've said before, I think I'm kind of on the fence about it, because I understand that, I mean, devs got to eat too, right? So, you know, do we really expect them to develop things like Bitcoin, you know, was developed by Satoshi, you know, basically for free, right? I mean, do we really expect all projects since then to be free? I don't know. I think that they need a little bit of a motivation, but you know, and then it comes down to how much. You know, all right. So now we look at 8 million. It seems like a lot. That's basically, what does that come out to? 10% almost. That's a pretty big dev fund in my opinion, but you know, take it for what it's worth. I mean, it is spread out, I think, over a period of time, 6 years or something like that. So that's how it's actually emitted, and that's together with the block reward over the 6 years. They also have a plateau curve scheme emission plan where there's 13,466,000 Ryo, or 15% basically, emitted so far. I think that's as of 12 August, yep. So I think this just keeps updating each day, which is kind of cool. So if you were to refresh it tomorrow, it would show you the new number here, you know, with how much has actually been emitted. So that's kind of cool. But if you want to get into all the details, I'm telling you, this website, they have a lot of information here. They've got all the write-ups, all the white papers, all that stuff. It's pretty intense. I'm going to be going through it probably this week, a little bit more, and bringing you more content on Ryo probably all week. Most likely, I'm probably going to focus on this week, just to get a really good handle on it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and grab a wallet. Let's go back to our sheet, actually our spreadsheet, and let's find out what the next thing is that we need, and that is a pool and a port, and then we'll get a wallet in a minute. All right, so let's go to miningpoolstats.stream, and we're going to type in Ryo. And if y'all are talking to me in the chat, I apologize. I am just going to keep chugging along here. So it looks like miner.rocks has not even 50%. It's the most popular pool apparently for Ryo. Now if I was going to mine this myself, I would probably not choose miner.rocks. Although, let's see here. 111 miners. Man, they got a lot of the blocks. Yeah, like probably what I would do, I would maybe even go with Block Foundry in this case, if it was me, if I was actually going to be mining this myself. I don't know though, it's not a lot of blocks, but just the number of miners is nice, you know. I don't know. You know, you find a block every 15 minutes, but it won't be that much because you're not going to be that lucky, most likely. So, you know, one of these three right here would probably be pretty good. Maybe Hashrate Pro. I don't know. But for this instance, we are just going to choose the most popular pool. So we'll choose miner.rocks. All right, so they have, I think they have a walkthrough here. So you click start. We're going to be using HiveOS for this effort here. And then you see right here that they have the algo as Cryptonight-GPU. We just kind of have to remember that as we're building our string and our miner config and stuff. But we're going to use ryo.miner.rocks, miner.rocks, and port 5555. Sounds good to me. We'll start there. And then we need to get a wallet address. Let's see, actually we can probably go through, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll just go down the line and kind of fill it in, but some of them are not really going to be that important. You know, the grayed out values there are not going to be that important. So let's go and try to grab a wallet. Now they have several different types of wallets. I think that they just recently released, okay, so here's a light wallet. Or no, they've been combined. The GUI wallet and light wallet have been merged. Okay, so that's cool. They also have a web wallet, which is kind of nice. I did go there earlier and checked it out. Pretty cool. Makes you read some stuff and then, you know, approve or say that you have read it. Just some security features, you know, some things that they don't want you to do or that you should never do, right? Now I'm not going to use this. It's going to get to a point where it's going to show me, you know, private keys and stuff like that. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Actually, this is different. This is not what I saw earlier. So this is their actual web wallet. I must have been somewhere else. Okay. This is cool. So it's got a little plugin, it looks like, or an app. All right, great. I'm not going to do all that because I want to actually, I probably could do that just to mine to it just for the show, but let's go back to their website. I want to look at their actual Windows installer of their GUI wallet. Let's do that. So we're going to download that. I'll check the chat, see what's going on over here. What's up, everybody? Y'all are just chatting away over there. What's up, Red Panda? Thanks for tuning in, man. All right, so let's see. Did it download all the way? Let's see. It looks like it did. Let me clean this up a little bit here. So is anybody else in the chat that knows a lot about Ryo? Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know that much about it. I'll probably lose you here just for a second. And you always want to make sure that you get a wallet from a reputable source, like an official source, either their website or their GitHub or some other link that they send you to from an official source, right? I wouldn't, you know, if some random person sends you a link in Discord, I probably wouldn't use that as a source for my wallet, right? Always go to the actual website or the actual GitHub and make sure you're on the right spot. All right. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Ryo at all, but it does know that I used to have a wallet there. And so it found like the location of the wallet. That's kind of funny. It has been like forever since I ran this. Yeah, Red Panda's basically giving away, he's basically hitting those 1,000 subscriber marks about once a week. So that's a huge amount of giveaways, guys. That's awesome. Let's do a GPU giveaway every week. Red Panda, what do you say? I don't know, you guys, let me know what the sound sounds like. Is it much better? Red Panda, is this pretty decent sound here? I turned all the rigs off, so it's like it should be pretty quiet in here. So I ran it. I don't know what it's doing. It's not doing anything. I mean, it installed it, I guess. Okay, so let's see. Where is it? Well, this doesn't look promising. Oh, this does. Okay, all right. I think this is the latest, so that's good. I wonder if I wonder if this is probably my old address, most likely, because it's already got a label on there of mining. Unless it just automatically throws that on there. That was kind of strange. So we'll just, I mean, it looks like, okay, so it looks like this is my, yeah, okay, so I have no idea what this is going to be. This is my old wallet. Okay, all right, let me get this over here and see if I can figure this out real quick. So I'm going to open that wallet. Now, this is going to be funny. Okay. Let me give it a few tries here, everybody. Oh, I got it. All right, so as you can see, I don't have any Ryo, but we are going to, this is a pretty nice wallet. I like how slick it is. So it looks like it is syncing down here, 62%. So it did, you know, this is my old information, right, from my old wallet. Probably whenever I did a video on how to mine Ryo way back when. So it's just, it's kind of cool that it picked all that stuff up and it knew, you know, where the wallet was and everything and just installed over the top. That's kind of nice. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get into this wallet because it's got the solo mining feature, settings and stuff. I'll do that, you know, probably later on in the week. We'll just keep going through all the Ryo stuff because I'm getting interested. I like stuff like this, so it's kind of interesting me. All right, so let's copy this address though. We're going to throw this in here as our mining address. Wallet method, we'll call this Atom because that is the name of the wallet. Desktop, we'll just say desktop. That way I know it's on the desktop. And then as far as coin market cap value, let's head back over there and grab that real quick. It was down huge today, and then now it is kind of recovered. It's a really, from what I can tell, I mean, as I haven't been following it that close, but from what I can tell, it is really volatile, extremely volatile. But you'll get that whenever there's that low of volume, right? If the volume is that low, you better expect some volatility. So what is it ranked here? It's ranked 930. I think I'm losing my voice. The What to Mine website is over here. We'll throw that in there. Again, this is just good to have information. One cool thing about mining pool stats.stream is once you find the coin that you're interested in this case it was Ryo, it has, did I do this right? Yeah. It has links over here on the same website. You can also see like what blocks, what pool has hit which blocks, what kind of volume you have on exchanges, which, like I was saying, you know, from what I was picking up on CoinMarketCap, it looked like this was true. You know, 98% of the volume was actually on TradeOgre. So yeah, you can see that right here. So that's kind of cool that it breaks it down like that. But it also provides you with all the popular links for whatever project you're actually looking at. So this is super handy. I like it. Just for going and grabbing, you know, the links and stuff. And it looks like in this case, I'm going to open up, because we're looking for the announcement thread. So if we right click on that and choose open in new window, it should bring us to the Bitcoin Talk announcement thread, which only has 32 pages, which is kind of odd. But we're going to document that as well, just for reference. And it looks like the announcement date was June 3rd of 2018, which lines up with all the forking and all that stuff that went on between them and Sumo Coin. As far as mining help website, I don't think that they actually have one dedicated to mining help. So we'll leave that blank for now. I'm going to save this just in case my machine locks up. All right, and if we go with, because it is a Cryptonite algorithm coin, I would venture to say that AMD is probably going to do it much more efficiently. So you would probably be focused mainly using AMD GPUs. So let's go ahead and we are going to say that obviously, I mean, not obviously, but I mean, come on. The project developer, FireIce UK, also develops the miner XMR stack. So you probably wouldn't use any other miner because he's probably optimized this in a way that would work really great with his crypto, right? I mean, if I was a developer, that's the way I would do it. So yeah, I think we're going to go with XMR stack here. So if we go over to, let's just go, I think from here we can probably just hit up HiveOS at this point. Yeah, I think we're good over here. Now my machine's off. I'm going to go ahead and do a wallet. I'll create a wallet first. Let me make sure I don't already have one. Yeah, I don't. All right, so you know, it'll look like this whenever you first get into HiveOS, and you can see these two machines are off, you know, like I was saying. So we'll go to wallets first, and then add a wallet. The ticker is going to be Ryo, and I have not done this at all. I wasn't even sure it was going to be in there, but I was assuming that it was. Let me get something to drink here, guys. Hang on. I don't know how I lost my voice. Okay, so the address that we're going to be mining to, I already acquired that information from the desktop wallet. Paste that in there as plain text. Kind of what I like to do is backspace, not backspace, but left arrow over it. Make sure there's no crazy spaces or anything like that in there. We're going to give it a name of Ryo_SavageMine, because I might mine this from time to time. So I'm actually going to do this as though I was going to mine it myself, not just for YouTube. And I don't think this is a supported. Nope. All right, so you can't really, oh, shoot. Did I really just do that? I canceled out of it. All right, let's see here. Let's do that again. My bad, my bad. All right, and then we're going to click create. We should have that wallet down here somewhere. Probably at the bottom. Yep, there it is. Just kind of take a quick glance at your address, make sure that there's no spaces or anything in there. Then we're going to go to flight sheets. Type in Ryo. The wallet, choose the wallet, and then select the pool. Now remember, we were going to use miner.rocks, miner.rocks. So let's see if that is in here, and it is. So that's going to make it much easier because it already has information filled out for us. Right, so we're going to choose this one, GPU, and then apply. Man, my voice. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. All right, the miner, remember we were going to use XMR stack. So let's do that. And then set up miner config, and most of this stuff is already pre-filled, right? You got which fork the miner is, which version, the latest 2.10.7. The wallet is already put in there for you. The pool URL, we can use this variable here because it was already in HiveOS, right? So because it was already in HiveOS, you still want to verify these settings all the time. I mean, you know, like let's say that they forgot, let's say that the HiveOS devs forgot to update this field right here and they left it as, you know, Cryptonite heavy or something like that. So you know that it's Cryptonite-GPU. So you would definitely need to change that. So you always want to verify your settings. It's not something that you just take for gospel, right? You don't look at this and go, okay, I'm done, right? You still want to verify stuff. But if you know the pool URL was over there in the whenever we selected the down arrow in the pool, miner.rocks was in there, so we can use the variable in HiveOS if that's the case. And then for the password, we're using the worker name, and that's probably going to feed that information to the pool so that we can look at our individual workers on the pool, right? So we'll be able to verify that they're actually working. So let's go ahead and all this looks good to me. I don't know. Let me know in the chat over there if there was something crazy that I missed or anything. So no worker name needed, YouTube watcher. What about if the pool says so though? Because the pool, wherever it's at, says right here, it says to put the password as rig name. But if, like you're saying, like if this maybe they left this in here and it's actually you know, needs to be updated, right? It might just not need. I'm going to leave it like this because the pool says to. But if we run into a problem, then I'll definitely reference that, you know, and say, okay, maybe we need to go with no worker name. But it's not in the worker name field; it's in the password field. So maybe you're saying that it doesn't need to be over here, right? In the like up here. That could very well be true. It's just the password, and I think that this is more or less for the pool specific. So if you're not mining to miner.rocks, then maybe, you know, another pool might be a different setting in here. You know, maybe just X or whatever. So we'll press on like this because I'm pretty confident that this looks right, and it is right for the pool based on bouncing between this flight sheet and the actual pool, what the pool is saying to put in there. So I'm thinking that all this is good. And then we'll go apply changes. And then the name of the flight sheet is going to be Ryo _ SavageMine, and we'll put in there that this is for AMD, although the XMR stack can be either, but I'm going to make it AMD just for the heck of it. All right, I'll remember that. I'll YouTube watcher, I'll check it out. If it doesn't work, we will definitely look at that. So then we're going to go to create flight sheet. Looks like it was successfully created. Now it's going to get loud because I'm going to turn the rig on now. And then I'm going to go ahead and also assign that to the AMD rig. So I selected the rig, go up here to the rocket or the flight sheets. I'm going to choose Ryo, and then that just filters, right? It just makes it easier to select the correct flight sheet down here. So I'm going to go click that flight sheet and then click apply. And now the rig is starting up. Let me make sure all the GPUs initialized here. Looks like they did. Yeah, we're going to look at some overclocks and stuff like that as well. Maybe not tonight because it's already after 10, but maybe throughout the week I'll get into that a little bit more. Yeah, I'm really curious about this power. You guys can see it. It's this is a 10 GPU rig. I mean, this is what the hardware looks like here. It's a RX 580s. And it looks like it's 1200 watts so far. And this is at the wall. And it looks like it's successfully mining 7.2K. I don't know what the typical hash rates are for Ryo on RX 580. Let's go and see if Overcooked Panda's database, Overclock's database, hanging off of CoinToMine.today has this new algo in there, Cryptonight-GPU. We'll go with a RX 580, Cryptonight-GPU. Yeah, there it is. Cool. See if there's any entries. Oh wow. So it looks like they have 0 in here. I don't think that that's right though. Yeah, I don't know. I would imagine that it would be, yeah, maybe this 1250 and 900. Yeah, it's not coiny. It's not warmed up yet, but it will be. It will probably be loud here pretty soon. You can see the wattage is 1200, so it's definitely mining. I mean, it's definitely working. Getting accepted shares and all that stuff, so that's good. Move that over just a little bit. So let's do some calculations here real quick, because I don't know what the, like I was saying, I don't know what the hash rate should be. So this is what to mine. We'll look at this. Let me switch back over there. So let's look at what to mine. I'm going to say it was set, what was it, 7, go back over to workers, 7.2K, so 7,213. So we'd go 7,213. The power was about, okay, so now it dropped for some reason. Maybe it crashed. Yeah, it did. Okay, so it crashed probably because of overclock settings and things like that. I don't have any overclock settings in here. It would have been using, you know, default stuff. So I guess since we're doing it, I guess we might as well go ahead and I guess we can go ahead and look at those actual settings. Let's see here. There's a Reddit post that has updated info with, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to decipher it or not, but we will see. I'm going to show you what this looks like. So there's a Reddit post for XMR Stack that has the GPU hash rates, Cryptonight-GPU hash rates, and configs for AMD. So if we go down here, I think I looked at this earlier and there's nothing in here for RX 580, at least this 4 gig. The 8 gig is what I have. So I'm guessing this doesn't have, see, it doesn't have the actual, it's got hash per watt, but it doesn't have the settings like the overclock settings. Yeah, so I don't know. I would have to let's maybe put what would be ideal for. Let's go back over here. I mean, it does say 0, but that doesn't make sense for AMD, does it? Can you put 0 on? Does that just mean like stock? Is that what that means? If you put 0 core, 0 memory in HiveOS for that algo, because see now it's not working anymore. So, all right, let's go to overclocking templates. I'm going to do a new template for AMD. Do I have GPU in here somewhere? Cryptonight-GPU. All right. So we're going to go 0, 0, 0. Aggressive undervolting. What about a mem tweak? Should we put anything down there? I'm going to try to run, I'll just do it like this. I'll just try to run it like this and just see, because it crashed, so I want to see if I can at least get it stable. Yeah, I normally put 30 down there for the ref, but I'll throw it in there since you say so. Save that. All right, go back to workers. Let's go ahead and throw this thing a reboot. I think that it should pick up that setting now. Those overclock settings. We'll see here. Okay, if this default doesn't work here, just all the zeros, YouTube watcher, I will try those settings. I mean, I might try them anyway, you know, depending on what we come up with here. If it gets stable, then obviously we can mess around with it. Yeah, that's what I have. I have the Armor Mark IIs, YouTube watcher. So if you've mined Ryo, YouTube watcher, is it true what I was saying earlier? Because I saw where somewhere people were saying that it consumes 75% more power. Is that true? That's a lot more. Oh, so Nostradamus, thanks for that info, man. So it's based on floating point 32 math calculations. So memory overclock doesn't matter at all, doesn't provide any value, and core will help a little bit. So my 0 is probably going to be okay for now, right? So I think that it'll at least get to mining and be okay. And look, you can see it right away. It's the same exact. Is that the same exact hash rate as we had before? And it was getting default, overclock settings. So that actually is kind of neat. I like that. 7.237, exactly the same. Oh, that's odd. Now I just hope that it's stable, right? I hope that it just stays running. These are really low temps from my assets here because this room is super hot. I mean, they're not great. I mean, look, these rigs are out in the garage, so they run pretty warm. But these are on Cryptonite Conceal. Okay, so I want it to run for maybe a minute and a half or 2 minutes with no problems. But while it's running, I'm going to go and let's finish what we were doing here. So it was 7236, so it was a little different. Not too much though. 7236. And then the power, that's whenever we discovered that there was a problem with the power, right? So if we go back over to the power, we can see that it's 1174. 1200. Okay, we'll call it, wow, now it's cranking up. So we'll call it 1200 watts, and that's at the wall. That's actually at the wall. That's a smart outlet that I'm using. So we'll call it 1200. Looks like it's fluctuating a little bit. We'll go 1200. And my power cost is about 10 cents, probably about more like 12 cents after everything, taxes and fees and stuff. So, but I'll go with 10 cents since that's kind of the average in the nation here. And then we'll go calculate. Let's see what happens here. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, those are not good numbers. But let's see what we are actually doing. Let's see how much are we actually accumulating here. So it looks like it would be about 97 a day, 681 a week. So if you're in accumulating Ryo, these numbers don't look that bad to me. But as far as like the numbers that you would get, the rewards that you would get based on your hash rate here, value-wise is not a lot because I mean the value of Ryo is really far down there right now. So this is all the way back whenever they were first listed, on CoinMarketCap, they were at 29 cents, and they're, you know, down around 3 cents right now. So you can look at their all-time low, 2 cents, all-time high, 29 cents, 30 cents almost. July of last year. Wow, okay, so that's this year. Okay, I was about to say, wow, they like totally went down super fast. Actually, no, those dates are swapped. So, okay, so all-time low recently, really recently. All right. Yeah, profitability wise, I mean, look, Pistol Crypt, if you were looking to accumulate and maybe you had an extra rig that wasn't doing a whole lot, maybe, you know, if you really wanted to support the project, then you know, you could throw some hash power at it. You know, maybe if you really feel certain that in the future it's, you know, because I mean, look, if it went from 3 cents to 30 cents and you were getting you know, 100 a day, that would be okay. You know, but it's got a long ways to go to get back up there. You know, but if you're trading in, you know, we talked about this before. If you're over here on what to mine and you're actually, you know, trading in what you are mining. Let's go. This particular rig is the Scarif rig here, so it's 10 580s. So Ryo is probably not even going to be listed, or if it is, it's way down here. I don't think I missed it, did I? Yeah, so it's not even on the list. And it would be. Now I've seen it up towards the top. So you know, again, it comes down to the fluctuation, you know, of the value and stuff. So you know, if you, like I said, if you wanted to support the project with your hash power and accumulate and hope in the future that it, you know, moons or whatever you want to say, then, you know, more power to you. Yeah, there's man, they really focus on privacy. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's all over their website, you know, from the beginning to end. It's basically how it starts and ends. So, and they do a lot of development on the privacy side, from what I can tell. It's like the primary focus of the whole thing. So, yeah, I mean, I could see, you know what might be kind of cool is to maybe use the scheduling feature for like small outfits like mine, and maybe schedule, you know, to mine it a little bit every day, right? Just to accumulate a little bit, and then have it, you know, switch back to you know, your primary. In my case, it would be Conceal Coin, you know, or Conceal.network, CCX. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Might have to look into that. But let's see, we've been going for an hour. That is going to wrap it up for me. I think we did pretty well. I mean, we did a quick overview of Ryo. We did, you know, moving around their website a little bit, looking at wallets. What else did we do? We looked at profitability. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Let's do this real quick. Let's go to the pool, and we are going to grab. First, we're going to grab our wallet address, which we already have over here, and we're going to blast out to the pool and try to see if we're actually, you know, talking to the pool, and look at our worker here. Somewhere on here, there's going to be. Let's see here. Maybe payments? No. Thought that somewhere on here it's going to have. It's going to make a liar out of me. There should be somewhere on here that I can see if it's actually talking to this pool or not. All right, so down here in the bottom, paste in that address, look up, and then we're able to see whether or not our worker is actually talking to the pool, right? And we can pretty much see that it is. We've got some hash rate here, last share submitted. Usually your worker won't even show up on the pool like this if it hasn't submitted at least one valid share. So that's basically what you're validating that you're communicating well with the pool if it shows up here, you know, as hash rate and all that stuff. So, and then it's got the name in here, and it got that name from that password field where I put W equals rig name. So that's where it actually pulled this from, and that helps you identify if you got a lot of workers, a lot of different rigs, then it helps you identify that rig on the pool to know exactly what it's doing. And you know, the hash rate's a little bit lower than what was in reality. Actually, now it's not. It's going to fluctuate quite a bit, probably at first especially, but it should stabilize over time. You should see it kind of even out and do a nice average with this type of algorithm. So it's got a 50 Ryo payout, minimum payout. So you won't, this is another thing that a lot of people overlook. Like they set up their wallet, right? So now we've got this Ryo wallet, and I'm like, wait a minute. Oh wow, I've got 20 in here already. Why do I have 20 already? Oh, that was from before. Okay, 10. See, I told y'all 10 months ago. All right, so yeah, it was done. It was syncing. It's still, is it still syncing? Yeah, it says 100% now though. So yeah, this is that's funny. So you know, we clicked off of this wallet and we were syncing in the background, and then now I go back to the wallet and it's got some that shows up, but that's only because, you know, 10 months ago, whenever I was mining this, you know, those were the transactions from there. Wouldn't it be cool if like I did this and then there was like 2.7 million Ryo or something like that? That would have been so cool. All right. Yeah, I'm not that lucky. All right, so let's see here. So, what I was going to say was, like, you know, you're looking at this and you're saying, well, I'm not getting any rewards. Where's my Ryo? What, right? But you got to look at what your pool is set up to as the minimum payout and what you've actually earned. So you see right here where it says unmatured. This is stuff that you've mined. You can't spend this or anything. Even if it would transfer it to you, you couldn't spend it because it's not mature. And then the balance, right? So it's still 0. You know, we just started, right? So you would get some numbers up here, and once this balance hits 50, in this case, because you have a minimum payout down here of 50. So once this balance hits 50, then it would pay you out, and it looks like it probably does it only. Yeah, so it looks like there might still be some time. So you might see it go 50 right here and then still not pay you out for like another hour, right? So I would just say, you know, be a little bit patient. If you see the right numbers in here and you know your address is right and you know you're mining to that address, then, you know, pretty confident if you're on a reputable pool that you don't have to worry about not getting paid. I mean, it's going to eventually show up in there. So I think you're going to be good there. I am not mining ETH on HiveOS. I haven't mined ETH in quite some time. All right, so yeah, it looks like it's talking good. It is exactly 1 hour, so I think I wanted to keep this to lower than an hour, less than an hour. So I think we're looking pretty good here. I am satisfied that we are, yeah, in good shape. So let's go ahead and head back over to this camera so I can say goodbye. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. There's quite a few of you that hung out the whole time. I do appreciate it a whole lot. Finally got to Ryo and actually did a Ryo video. So stop hitting me up in the DMs and all that stuff and saying I should mine Ryo, because we're doing it. All right, and probably depending on how I feel the rest of the week, we might do, you know, last week we did Bitcash all week, right? each night was something a little bit different with the project. This one is probably going to be pretty easy to do that with. You know, there's features in their wallet that we haven't covered. There's features, maybe not on their website, mostly in the wallet, and then solo pool mining and things like that. All these kind of cool things that we can look at, maybe a little bit more, you know, dive a little bit deeper into the project itself. I don't know. We'll kind of play it by ear, but it looks like maybe I'll be able to do content on Ryo all week. So we'll see. I've got some other things I wanted to do, but it looks like Ryo might take some of my time. So anyway, I will see you guys next time. Tune in tomorrow night, same time probably. Maybe I'll do a stream a little bit earlier tomorrow, a separate stream, not Ryo related, and then we'll go from there. So I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. Stay savage.